welcome to Setta's Place. This video is a introduction to my the video series I did while I was traveling, and I told you all I was going to be doing like a few videos that were more in depth and during that journey of my trip on the road. And so I want to go ahead and release those videos here on YouTube, but I wanted to do like a little intro first. And but before I get started, there's a huge glare on my glasses, so I'm gonna take my glasses off and talk to you like that. Okay, so this video series is called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It is more on the serious side because it's talking about my fears and anxieties and challenges while I was on the road from Virginia to Alaska. I made that road trip a few months ago. So it is a little bit more personal and it is more vulnerable for myself. So I was hesitant to release the videos on YouTube because, you know, not everyone is as nice as the majority of you all are. So, and all it takes is that one person that, you know, say something that might hurt your feelings or, you know, or not so nice. But I decided that I'm not going to worry about that. I am going to finish up that travel series with these videos because it was a journey for me, and y'all came along with me. So I want you to have the full you know, behind the scenes or whatever of that journey. And I originally had planned on putting those videos just on Patreon, and they are there now. But so it's taking me a little bit to release them here on YouTube. You know, like I've said the saying, I had to get myself wrapped around in my head that it's okay if you know, whatever happens, whatever comments or whatever it happens, it just happens, because I want you to see the whole story. So there is let me see, 4 main videos that I want to going to be showing, and it just the first one starts when I was in Colorado. That's when I started the video about what was happening and what was going on, and progressively I made videos as time, you know, as more states as I got through, until, you know, I got here in Alaska. So so that is what these series of videos are going to be coming up, and I named them The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly because sometimes it gets ugly. Like I said, puts me in a more vulnerable state because y'all don't normally see me that way, and so it's different for me. There's only been a few people who have seen the videos because, like I said, it's over on Patreon, and but I decided to, you know, release it here also. And what I would like for you to get out of watching the journey and watching these next few videos, if there was just one statement that covers the whole thing, and it is one thing. It is that with God, all things are possible. All right, I'll talk to you later, and have a blessed day. Hey, my Patreon yarn enablers. um, like I've said on the introduction, the videos that are going to be on here on the Patreon. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take my glasses off, y'all, so of the glare. The videos on here are going to be more just casual, even more casual, and just more personal. And because I want to, one thing, I want to document my trip that I've been taking so far. And I should have already put out some of just the regular video of the states I've been in and some of the things you might have seen on YouTube. I'm gonna upload a video with those on there. Then this one will start the first, what I call series of more this life update of how emotionally and mentally how this trip is having on me. And hopefully you want to, sit and talk with me for a little bit while I crochet. I gotta crochet. but yes, so okay, y'all. This is like I said before, this has been an awesome trip. I really have enjoyed being on this trip, and just in case you didn't watch the other videos on YouTube, I'm using this book right here as part of my devotional in the morning readings, along with my Bible. It's called Adventure by Keisha Dawn Sowers. I know her personally. Her and her husband are awesome, powerful people. And this is just an awesome book. The Lord has been using this book just with me. It's just been awesome. And so I get up in the morning, and that's the first thing I do is my devotionals with that. And it's like having a conversation with the Lord. I mean, it's like whatever you were praying about, talking about, thinking about, it's like he answers you in that book. It's like he directs you to the page or a certain scripture, and it's like a dialogue. And it really is awesome. And so that is a huge part of this journey for me. And it's also a giant leap of faith, and that's exactly what it is for me, a leap. Because the reason this journey is even more of a miracle for me to be doing this is because I want to give you a little bit of background about me. The Lord will use things that fears or things in your life and help you to work through them through his strength. And one of my biggest fears from when I was a child, young child, up through my whole life, I had, and still do sometimes, have a fear of getting lost. I don't know where it came from or how it started, but I remember as a young child always being afraid of getting lost. An example would be like one time, can't remember how old I was, but me and my mother were going down the highway, and this is a small town where we live. And you know what a frontage road is? Like, there's the main highway, then there's just like a little side road that goes beside it, but it goes off into maybe a neighborhood or something. Then you get back on the interstate when you're ready to get back on. But of course, as a child, I have no idea any of this, what a frontage road is and all that. But anyway, my mother was driving, I think, to a doctor's appointment. And she said, just talking to herself as she's driving, but talking out loud, and I'm in the car, she says like something like, oh no, I'm lost, or oh no, took a wrong turn, or something that was like she took a wrong way. And I remember just being frantic. I started crying and screaming because I thought we were lost. And I still remember that to this day. But I didn't know she just meant she took the wrong turn to get on the interstate. Instead of up here, she needs to go up there. But to me, we were lost. And I've always had this fear of driving. I hated driving. and another thing, which was kind of ironic, the job I did in Arlington with the childcare, I drove all the time. So, and then I had to go places as they got older, places I didn't know how to get to. So I had to have, GPS, thank goodness for GPS now. But still, I would do it anyway. I would push through and I would go and do, because y'all know, if y'all watch any of my YouTube channel, y'all know I was on the road all the time. But, so when it came to this adventure, is exactly what I'm calling it, because it is, because my faith, I believe the Lord will direct you in ways so that, a specific direction or a specific place, a time in your life, and things like that. So when I felt like he was telling me it was time to, I knew I was going to be moving, but I didn't know where. Then time passed, and then I knew it was going to, then he told me Alaska, and I was okay. And I will move in a heartbeat. I have no issues with movement. I will move. I will go, so I was thinking, I remember the day when I knew I was going to be moving to Alaska. So I was just, sitting there. I was eating my lunch. And I just started talking to the Lord a bit about, okay, Lord, I now need a plane ticket, finances, how are we going to do this thing? and that's when he told me I had to drive. And I was like, huh? And I was like, no, I was just, no, that was just me thinking, and then that feeling that, if those of you who believe the way I believe, when it comes and it's the Lord. And I was like, oh, I started crying. I cried like a baby. I mean, tears just streaming down my face. My neck was all wet. My clothes was wet from tears. And because the fear of actually driving to Alaska, but after a little bit, I let it get it all out, because we have emotions, and it's okay to feel the emotion. It doesn't mean I have no faith and that I'm doubting God or anything. I'm feeling the emotions that He has given me. And so once I got all that out, and I called my sister, and I cried a little bit more, and I told her. but the more I started talking about it to her and vocalizing it, a peace came over me. And at the thought of having to drive to Alaska, there was peace. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, and I felt a peace. So I had to get my mind wrapped around the fact that I was going to be driving. And I was like, okay. So that's how, that came about. And so I just started preparing myself and doing what's next to get to where I'm at now. And so that's kind of like the background. So the fear of driving, the fear of getting lost, the fact I hate to drive. Oh, and then that was another part. When he told me I had to drive, after a little bit, I was like, I wonder who I could, maybe I can get someone to go with me. I can crochet while they drive. You know, I had to throw some crochet up in there. Anyway, but he's like, nope, by yourself. I was like, but, and he said, nope, by yourself. And then he went into, he's showing me that this is, and he actually said this verse, this phrase, it's about the journey, not the destination. So I knew, and he showed me along the way that I would be meeting new people, and that this was just gonna be a journey that he wanted me to go, and I needed to trust him, and I do, and so that's how I ended up in my car heading to Alaska, and along the way, I'm still human. I still have my, it's nothing to do with you have lack of faith or you're doubting God or anything like that. I still have, I left on a week ago. Today is Tuesday, August the 6th. I left July 28th. Yes, it was a Sunday. Sunday, and so by Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, so Wednesday, I was in Colorado. So from Sunday to Wednesday, just driving straight through. I stopped a couple of times. I stopped every night, of course, at a hotel, but then I had some meetups in there with some subscribers, which were awesome. And I got to Colorado, where my friends are. That's where I'm at now. And I'm staying with them, getting rested up. But after I got here, I took a couple days, first couple days, just rest, how your eyes is all blurry and your head's kind of cloud from all that driving. And I experienced some of my humanness. And it was very, I guess, I don't know what the words to call it, but there was all the emotions, of every emotion that you could think of, it started happening. I just started to doubting. I didn't doubt that I was supposed to be here or that the trip. I was doubting myself, my own decisions of the next step. Because I was like, well, I'll do this next. Then I'm like, well, what if that ain't the right decision? I'll do this. Now, well, that's wrong. And then I started getting like, oh, Lord, I don't want to make a mistake. But do you know that God can fix any mistake you make? It is no mistake He can't fix. So even if I did make a mistake, there's grace, So, but I still was like, Lord, I just want to go where you want me to go. And then a fear came over me. The actual fear again of the drive, because there's parts of the drive that were more in the city and a lot more cars. And then there was the country road. We just get straight. Now the city part, I did not like at all. Driving, it was beautiful, but that kept coming back to my mind. And well, what if you go here and then this, all this stuff. And I talked with him, and I talked to him. It's like, Lord, I can't do this. I know I can't do this, on my own. I need your peace. So I was just back and forth with trying to make sure I was going in the right direction. And so I had a few days there where I was like, and I had to, to calm down. I always go back when I get in that kind of a state of mind. I always go back. Okay, what did God say? when he first told you this or that, what did he say? Go back to what he said. And I always like, it kind of gives you clarity. And so, and sometimes he just wants you to rest. And I know that a big part, he kept telling me I need to rest. So that's why I'm still in Colorado right now, because I need to make sure I get enough rest. So when I do the drive, it's safe. And also I can hear him clearly as I go. And, but I wish I had made videos during the time when I was going through this. So I just want, because I want people to know that when you're going through, it doesn't mean that you're less of a Christian or less faithless, or that you're not a good, let me see what's the word. It just means that you're being human. You're feeling the emotions that God gave you. Now the thing is what you do with it. That's the thing. What are you doing with it? With that emotion? If it spirals out of control and turns into total like doubt and things like that, but it's still, you're human. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel things. You're going to cry. You're going to have pain. That's part of being human. You're going to be scared sometimes. And another thing he showed me was, because I would be like, I'm afraid. I was physically afraid of the thought of having to drive through a certain city. And being afraid of something doesn't mean you have, because we say that God doesn't give us the spirit of fear, and he doesn't. But when you feel fear, it doesn't mean that you're less of a Christian or anything, or less, your faith is wavering. He showed me that having fear and you go do it anyway with your fear, that is courage. When that fear holds you back and makes you stagnant, then that's when there's an issue. But so you can still be afraid. You can still have fear. Feel that emotion of fear. But you go and do what God tells you to do anyway. That's courage. So it doesn't mean you're not going to feel it. It's what you do with it. Because I was like, Lord, I'm afraid. I really am of the idea of having to go through another city, a big city. And, but I'm just going to give it to him. And each step at a time, each day, when the time comes to go, I just got to give it to him and just do one drive at a time, 1 mile at a time. But, all right, well, I'm coming up on 20 minutes. By the time I do a little editing, I think it might come down to 15. But I will continue my little video chats as this trip progresses. I hope that you are joining me, because I consider you all my yarny friends, and those of you who aren't yarny friends and you just found me some other kind of a way, welcome. But I'm going to work on this crochet projects, and then I'm going to go to bed. All right, I thank you for joining me here at Setta's Place. and have a blessed night, and I'll talk to you later. Good morning, Patreon. Today is August the 10th. I'm just getting up. I just went over my adventure book and read my scripture and everything, and it's good as usual. And now here on Patreon, you get the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because I just, you know. So be prepared that it's not always going to be pretty up in here. Not that I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean. But anyway, I just wanted to say good morning. And the glare again, I'm going to take these off. Just wanted to say good morning to you all. I want to try to keep more of a vlog, daily vlog, and I'll probably just connect them together, and maybe several days together, and then post it instead of doing one every day on Patreon. But anyway, like I said, I got through doing my book, and it's all good. It's all good. Yesterday, let's see. Yeah, yesterday's part of the book really helped me to finalize what I was hearing from the Lord about where I'm going next. And it will be Nebraska. And I'm looking forward to going to Nebraska. I've never had a really desire to go to a certain place. Like when I went on to Google and they showed a picture of Nebraska, and I felt like I really want to go there. So I'm like, yes, okay, this is cool. This is very cool. I haven't really had that before, like, oh, I want to go to this particular place, you know. I just like seeing everything, but so I'm just gonna pray the Lord's strength in the driving. And it's probably a lot of flat land that way. I'm sure it's beautiful, but it'll be all right. I am looking forward to it. There's a subscriber there. Her name is Elizabeth. Her and her family have invited me to come and visit. I'm excited about that. She has goats. And she makes soap out of the goat milk soap. You know, homemade. That is so cool. I can't wait to see, you know, all that and meet her family and meet her. And, but I just want to let y'all know my decision of finally where I decided to go. And, I'm looking rough, y'all. Y'all ever watch that one, them westerns, the good, the bad, and the ugly? But, so I like those two back in the day, all those westerns. Clint Eastwood was my fella back in the day. I watched all that stuff too. But anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know that so far, and I will be back, and I'll keep adding to this video, and just saying hey, and yeah, all right, I'll talk to you later. Hello, Patreon. Today is August the 19th. Oh, it's after midnight, so I mean, I was gonna say 18th, but it's after midnight, so it's 19th. I am in Nebraska, and I'm in the hotel room. I drove a few hours, maybe four and a half hours this morning till I got here, and so yeah, I'm working on something here with this pink cotton yarn that this was a Happy Mail from Crystal from back a day on YouTube. So I'm using the yarn. I'll show y'all what it's gonna, I don't know what it's gonna turn out to be yet. I'm winging it. But anyway, I just wanted to get on and say good night to you all. I have, it's been I don't know, it's been really awesome. After the last video where I talked about, fears and all that kind of thing, it's just amazing how God you just give it to him, and he'll work it out. And I'm not saying it's always going to be easy, like I said before, but he works it out. And I really enjoyed the drive. Can you believe that? To hear, because I was in Colorado, now I'm in Nebraska, and it really was beautiful drive, no anxiety, nothing like that. Even though it was still flat land, but still, just the idea of it, and but I'm fine. It was good. It was good. So y'all keep me, in your prayers. And but I just wanted to jump on real quick and let y'all know everything is going good and going fine. And but yeah, I'll probably I want to start to do some videos on I don't know, just talking about different subjects and different things that's on my mind, things that have happened in the past, like in your childhood and everything. I don't know, I just want, like I said before, I wanted to do just like a vlog for future reference, or for my, for my son to see, or my grandchildren when I get me some grandbabies. And I don't know, just things about life. And, and I'll throw some crochet up in there, of course. But, so there can be a variety of different topics. And, so be watching out for just, it could be, random things that I'm going to be talking about. And, but yeah, so that's all I wanted to say for tonight. I'm going to let y'all go, and I will talk to you later, and have a blessed night. Hey everybody, today is September the 12th. I am in Tucson, Arizona, at my aunt's. She's letting me stay with her. That's so awesome. Thank you, Aunt Doris. As you probably can tell, I just woke up. And I said, well, let me do a video. Kinda, because on this, if you're watching this series of videos, this is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Where I just talk about how I'm feeling, how things were going on the trip. There might be crochet, maybe not. So this is just one of those, if you want to hear what's going on with me, videos. Y'all hear the doggy? He is so cute to have a dog. The kind of dog that it is like Queen Elizabeth's dog, whatever breed that is. That's what they have. His little legs are short and really tall ears. He's so cute. Okay, but anyway. Well, let's see. The last time that we talked, I think I was in Colorado or around in there somewhere. Oh, excuse me. So I have been through Santa Fe, went to Santa Fe, Albuquerque, and now I am in Arizona. And that drive is beautiful through all the terrain like that and everything. So the drive was really nice. It wasn't hard at all. So, so my anxiety level was not up. It was, fine. And like I say, with the Lord's help. And, but y'all please continue to pray for me, because now next stretch is California, and I believe that's all city drive. I don't think there's any flat land or all that kind of easy driving, I don't think. But California is a big state. So, y'all keep me in your prayers. Well, let's see. Well, things have been going on. I was debating whether to go with this topic because I don't want people to think I'm asking for stuff or anything like that. But I also want to be honest about, what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, and, stuff like that. And this is part of it. And, but please don't misunderstand. I'm not asking for anything. I'm just expressing what's going on. Because, like I said, I started in Virginia, and now I'm in Arizona, which is, quite a bit of distance. So now the funds are getting low, and so which calls for a greater level of faith. And I know God's got me covered. I know He's got it under control. But my humanness is like, okay, Lord, what? And then, and I still have bills to pay. I still have a car payment. Still got car insurance. I still got bills, regular bills to pay. And then I still have to try to get hotels, gas, And so I'm like, okay, Lord. Because y'all know I have the new car, because mine got, my other car got flooded and totaled. And so I had to get a new car. My insurance paid off the other one, but I had to just buy another car. So it wasn't like they paid for it. So I have my first car payment is due in a couple of weeks. And I'm like, okay, Lord, I know you got it. And then so it's like I try not to buy a whole lot of things because I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's getting to be I'm a little anxious. And like I said before, it's not that I'm doubting God or I'm not having faith. I'm just being human. I keep reminding myself, because the Lord has had me this far. He's not going to leave me. But it's going through the process. It's not, when you have faith or having faith for something, it's part of the process. So even though my mind, I'm saying, I know He's got it, but my body has its own stress. And I'm trying to tell my body, calm down. But I know He's gonna work it out one way or the other, however it looks. And so that's just where I'm at now, because I'm trying to not buy things, but also knowing that at this point, I don't know, but anyway. And I'm not telling everybody everything, because I don't want nobody thinking that I'm wanting something from them or you, but I'm just telling you all what's going on, So it's, yeah, but I guess that's how you do it, I guess. When you take a leap of faith, you're leaping into something that you don't know the answer for, you can't see. And that's part of the faith leap. It's doing it because you can't see what's on the other end. And but I really believe, I know God's got it. It's just getting through there, getting through the little things, you know. And but I am enjoying this journey. It's been beautiful, the places I've gone through. I hadn't seen my aunt in so many years, so it's been nice hanging out with her and her husband. And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I gotta repack this car. This car has all my stuff just piled up. So I know I need to take everything out and repack it, so at least I can see out the back window better. And then, I don't know, I think me and my aunt are gonna go. I think she says there's Michael's and Joann's, and I can go look shopping. Like, I can go look shopping. Maybe they have a really good clearance or something. But keep the faith. I'm going to just keep it moving. Like I said, today is the 12th. I think it's Thursday, the 12th. I think I'm going to be heading to California on Sunday. And there's Z. I'm going to go get to see Z. And I think it's my plan. So we will see if that is what ends up happening. And then I'll get back with y'all about the next leg of my journey. Okay, well, I'm gonna get up here and go get some stuff done. All right, I'll talk to y'all later and have a blessed day. Hey everybody, it is October the 12th. I am in, I'm not sure how to say it. I think it's Dusky Lake, British Canada. I wanted to do another video. I was at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I checked, you know, all the comments y'all on the videos, and I just appreciate y'all so much. I just wanted to get on and say how much I really appreciate it. It is overwhelming how wonderful you all are, and concerned about me and making sure I'm okay and everything. It's just getting overwhelming, I guess. It's just getting a little, because like I said in the video, I want to show the, you know, this is the behind the scenes, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the last since the last video, you know, I've been tired and everything, but the last, after I left that like lodge, like campsite lodge place, that stretch to get to where I'm at now today was, I didn't want to show you all the the scary part. I showed the pretty part, and I showed, you know, the weather change. Because the rain to snow, to rain to snow. But I didn't want you all to worry if I showed you what it really looked like, you know, in the snowy parts. And I'm telling you, I couldn't have done it without the Lord, that's for sure. There's no way because the drop-offs on the sides of the cliffs, the mountains, the roads were small, and there were still people coming the other direction. So I tried to stay in the middle of the road where no one was coming, so I'd have more space. But it was a lot, y'all. And I didn't want to show y'all that because I didn't want you to worry. So during the trip, I'm trying to show you as much as possible. But these videos, like I said, are a little behind the scenes and go a little deeper because I want everyone to get a clearer view of the trip, even though there's still times I didn't say, you know, how scary it has been. And the thing is, it's not scary as in, for me on this trip, it's not scary as in someone's gonna, get me or hurt me. It's more the elements, the weather, or the terrain is what, because the people are awesome. Canadians rock. And I also don't want anyone to misunderstand, like I said in the previous videos, just because I'm having anxiety or afraid of some things doesn't mean I have lost or losing my faith in the Lord, or it's nothing to do with that at all. I have never lost my faith. I know He's got me. But it's just your humanness. You're going to feel emotion. It doesn't mean you're not going to feel things. It just means that He's there to help you through it when you feel it. And thank you, Jesus, for being there. And so I was reading over the comments, and I'm just like, y'all are just so awesome. And since I'm waiting to release these videos until after I get to where I'm going, so right now I can say this because I know you won't see it until after where I'm going. But I want to thank, the blessings that some of you have sent financially. You just don't know, because I was down to almost nothing, and I still had 4 days to go. And y'all just sent things and helped me. And I appreciate so much. And I just thank you. The thank you is not even enough to express my appreciation for what y'all have done for me, helping me, and but like I said, I didn't want to say, you know, while it was happening, so I didn't want people to think, you know, I was trying to get something from them, and but thank you. And but there is good news. The lady that owns this lodge where I'm at now, she says there's about 2 hours of more like the mountainous, but after that it's pretty. The Alaska highway is wider. It's paved better, and so it should be easier driving, you know, when I get there. So I'm looking forward to that. But I know I should have probably did more videos like this. Throughout the journey, but sometimes it would get, you know, too overwhelming, and I didn't feel like videoing. but it truly has been, I'm not over exaggerating or anything, that this has been an awesome trip, and and I'm glad I did it, and it's grown my faith even stronger, because there's no way I could have done this at all without the Lord. And but it's been awesome meeting everyone that I've met, whether it's in person or through emails. People are just emailing me with, you know, nice words, and and that's been awesome, getting those too. And all my new knit and yarn, and all the new yarn shop owners I've got to meet, and all the pretty yarns I've got to see. But anyway, so it's another episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Well, maybe I will see you in another video. I'm assuming I'll be doing a few more before I get to where I'm going. But all right, I will talk to you later, and have a blessed day.